was built, we've looked at some of the only footage, actual film, moving picture taken of Titanic's construction built. And the story of how these photographs were taken is well worth telling. So if you look at these pictures, a lot of them will seem familiar. You would have seen them in books and documentaries throughout the years. Today we're going to pick them apart and look at some interesting little details that are hidden in there and what they can tell us about the way Titanic was built and other ships like her. When you see them blown up on walls at museums and things like that, you'll see a single word: Welsh. Photography is still a science. There are hobby photographers, sure, and there are people with and Welsh takes to photography in this boom of this brand new technology and clearly really enjoys it. She's made the official yard photographer for the shipyard Harland and Wolff in Belfast. Now, this has huge implications for history because Welsh was a man of exacting standards, and he used that shoot onto these massive plate negatives. It's very complicated, it's very expensive. So why was Welsh doing this? It wasn't just for fun. Like I said, at the time, photography was expensive, it's this new and exciting technology, and Welsh is shooting these photos to a very, very high degree of detail. You can zoom right on in and see a lot of things that are going on. To have a photographer come in and shoot pictures of your ships being built and being launched. So of course, when it was Titanic came around, Olympic had already been built and launched, and Welsh photographed that ship in excruciating detail. There are dozens and dozens of Welsh photos held apart in the early stages of their construction. So if Olympic's already been built, then Welsh didn't feel the need to take a lot of pictures of it. Are always misquoted or misrepresented as being of Titanic. It's just not the case. It's very, very few photographs of Titanic that exist that were taken by Welsh. Is the earliest picture that Welsh took of Titanic's construction, not counting ones where he was actually photographing Olympic with Titanic kind of in the background. Ship to allow the smoke and the gases to come up through the ship. The uptakes would be installed in here, and they would then lead to the funnels and get those gases and smoke out of the ship. There was also like air trunking, so vents to bring air down into the boilers, the stoke holds at either end, and then these would have been lined with very thick bulkheads and insulation to prevent the heat, which could run up to. Titanic's propellers were never photographed because Welsh had already photographed Olympic's propellers, so why bother? How many times have you seen the smoking room, the lounge, all these interior spaces? They're not Titanic's. There are these great photos of the giant German floating crane that was used to install all that machinery into the Britannic.